Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday, June 23rd, 2015. Thanks for tuning into another episode of Cardoodle. This is Jim. So today I'm working on the Christmas cartoon a little bit more. Once again on the montage sequence, I'm making a stocking as well as a candy cane to go inside of it, which will actually morph into a Christmas ornament. It'll make more sense when you actually see the cartoon. There'll be a few stockings in this shot, and I'm looking for names to print on them. If you have like a goofy name or something, or maybe you want me to put your name on it, let me know in the comments. And as always, anybody who contributes and whose suggestion gets used will be credited at the end of the final product. Now next week I'm going to be taking a break from the Christmas cartoon. I'm working on the next episode of Welcome to Boulderdash. I figured everybody would want to mix things up a little bit. In the meantime, putting together this shot here had me thinking a little bit about the kinds of traditions and how a lot of them are kind of weird, like this Christmas stocking, for example. Why do we put a sock on the wall with the expectation that somebody's gonna put gifts inside of it? And then why do we take peppermint candies and stretch them and shape them into cane shapes? And when you look into a lot of these traditions, they have really fascinating histories. Sometimes it's built on the mundane, other times it's out of pure accidents. Like the candy cane, for example, allegedly was invented to keep children quiet during the Christmas Eve service at a cathedral in Germany, and the peppermint sticks were shaped in a cane allegedly to justify giving them out during a church service to remind them of the shepherds from the biblical Christmas story. Now that's folklore, so we never know for sure how true that is, but it's kind of funny how this thing that's become iconic to a specific time of year, like you'd think someone was crazy for eating a candy cane in the middle of summer, has become this tradition around Christmas time, when the reality was it was just a way to get kids to shut up. And as I've said before, folklore is something that I'm always really interested in. I love that communities kind of create their own subjective history in addition to the objective history that already exists. I think humans are kind of weird like that. Like when we don't have all the facts, we'll sometimes fill things in. And even when we have all the facts, sometimes we'll continue to pass on the traditions that have already been told to us. Like that's not just true of holidays, it's true of all sorts of things. For a few years I lived in Macon, Georgia, and in Macon there is a place called the Cannonball House. Now the story goes that during the Civil War a cannon was shot into the house, but because of the way it was constructed and the fact that all the doors in the cannonball's path were open, it just passed right through. But the fact of the matter is, it was called the Cannonball House because it just received a lot of damage during the Civil War. But still that story persists, because honestly maybe it's a little more fun to think of it that way. I don't think there's anything wrong with folklore as long as we remember the truth behind events. So what's your favorite, like, town legend or tradition with weird origins? Let me know in the comments section. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and check out the Facebook page if you haven't already. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you all again next Tuesday.